looking at the box, the better team statistically, how did it end up, coming to the last second?
Mental toughness. It was tested. We didn't get the job done as a whole, as an individual and as a whole. We allowed teams to hang around. We allowed Indiana to hang around. We got too comfortable. We was only up 12 first half, and we just let them hang around. They're professional athletes. They have good players on the other side. And we just didn't, we owe it to our fans to do better. We owe it to ourselves to do better.
There was big individual performances, but as team just didn't kind of seem good. How can you see that up looking forward to, heading on the road to Washington?
Well, I think it starts with a focus and energy. And the main focus is winning and playing together as a team. I think that's where it starts. Individual stats are great, but it's just good for the stat sheet, box score. But the W is the most important thing. We have to find a focus at home. Same focus we have on the road. I don't know what's a distraction at home versus on the road, but whatever it is, we have to figure it out. We have to figure it out soon.
And you talked about the team hanging around, the whole night. Where did things kind of take a turn?
Quick shots led to transition turnovers, not making shots, not seeing the mismatch. Izzy was hot. We should have kept feeding the ball to Izzy, but we settled for jump shots.
And what do you want to make a point of to do differently going ahead to Washington?
Focus, more than anything. A mental toughness, a sense of urgency. I felt like we lacked that today, sense of urgency, and also playing defense. It's playing defense. Like the stuff they ran, we practice that every day. We practice that every day. And so that's more discipline than anything. More discipline than anything. Not want to do what's going to help our team to be successful.
The defense, it had its ups and its downs. But what did you like most about what y'all did tonight?
I thought the first half we played well. I felt like our bench played amazing. Our starters didn't play that great. I should have gave Charlie more minutes. She was solid. But I think that's the big, on the stat sheet, we should have won on the stat sheet, we had to finish games. It just should have been a great opportunity for Dungy, Kay, Charlie to get a lot of minutes in. But we failed them as a whole to not get the job done.
Okay, Andrew, let's switch to Zoom questions.
Perfect. First, we're going to go to Dorothy Gentry. Dorothy, go ahead and ask your question.
Coach, how do you move? Thank you for your time. How do you move forward? What do you do in practice? What do you do on the next game on the road? Mentally, do you talk to them? Do you just look at the game film? How do you move forward?
We do all the above. We'll take tomorrow off, come back on Sunday. By that time, we have watched film. And then we have to move forward. The schedule is going to move forward. We have to move forward as well. Like I said, it's all about mental toughness. It's about a sense of urgency and getting the job done.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Do we have any other questions for Coach Johnson?
Yeah, one in person, Andrew.
Trade deadline is coming up tomorrow. Could we see any moves?
Yes, thanks, Andrew.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Great. Just a second, y'all. We'll be right back with Isabelle Harrison, Marina Mabry, and Enrique Gumbawale. Thanks, y'all.
to do what they need to do. They come and support us. We just have to take care of business. There's nothing else we can do.
What do you like about what the team did regardless of the loss tonight?
I haven't really had time to think about it, honestly. Still, I haven't had time to think about it.
What's different about the offense when you get production from the bench like the other team got tonight with you and Marina having a great game tonight?
I think me and Marina coming off the bench kind of gives like a balance for our team. So when we sub, we can keep the same level of intensity. And we know when the game gets tough, we're probably going to be the ones in. Yeah.
Kind of a positive note, you kind of got a roll in the second half. What were you feeling that got you in your group?
I mean, they didn't have tall players. We have McCowan, and that's really it. And we have 5 post players. And we didn't utilize that tonight. But those are the things you talk about pre-game and all that. You got to work on these things. And it wasn't a priority, not saying that was the only thing, but it was defense and everything, but we have to realize those type of things. So.
How pivotal will these, last few games, especially with Washington, Atlanta, in your playoff push?
We already know that we're in like a crunch time situation, and this was a game that we needed. But now we're going on the road to play Washington twice. They're a good team. They have players back, and we just needed some momentum going into those games. And I think we kind of, again, we lost the opportunity tonight.
Next, we're going to go to Dorothy Gentry. Dorothy, go ahead and ask your question.
Izzy, hi. Thanks for your time. I can hear the disappointment in your voice and see the emotion, on your face. You've been on the team past 3 years or so, and it always, it seems to come down to the execution, the late game, closing games out. What can you all do to, at this point, understand the challenges and move forward? How can you all help each other? What can you do to bounce back from this?
I mean, in this league, you have to have almost amnesia, instant amnesia, because the season isn't over. So that's one way we have to look at it. But we have to look ourselves in the mirror and understand what just happened. Like this is something we should have taken care of, honestly. And moving forward, I just hope it just ignites something inside of us to play harder. And we can't play around with teams. Clearly, you see everybody's ready to play second half of the season. We can't play around.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dorothy. Do we have any other questions for Isabelle?
Off with what you said. How do you, I guess, think like a goldfish, instant amnesia after a loss? What do you do to kind of get it off your mind?
Well, I take a few moments to myself before I even do anything, just kind of reflect, and then I watch the game. I watch film and to see, like, I mean, I may have scored, but I know there's things that I messed up on. And if everybody has that mindset, it kind of makes the moment a little bit smaller because you realize those are the things that we could have controlled. It doesn't feel as big. Right now, it feels really heavy, but I mean, film is live. We have to watch and see where we messed up at. I mean, I don't even, 4 players almost had double digits. I mean, yeah, those are just things we have to do better at. And just take advantage of it. But we got to start all over now. So we just got to go and get ready and practice and go on the road.
Thank you for joining us tonight, Isabelle. Next up, we're going to be joined by Marina Mabry. Just give us 1 second. Thanks, y'all.
I think it's just heartbreaking because we were really close and we led most of the game. So for us to lose it like that, especially like that at the end, it's kind of frustrating as a team. But either way, we're still in it. We're still good. But it's really going to be a battle, mental battle, if we can stick with it.
How, like you said, how can you guys capitalize on that? 'Cause on paper, you guys were the better team, but it came down to the mental toughness of finishing off the game.
Yeah, I think we played pretty bad basketball the last 2 minutes of the game, to be honest. But obviously that starts with me, especially being the point out there. I could be a better teammate and mentally tough for the group out there. Just trying to look in the mirror and do my part better, and just have more of a will to win. I think we got ahead early and we kind of cruised from there until they ramped up their energy and we never did.
How do you self-motivate yourself on the go like that to keep your foot on the gas?
I mean, I got ISO'd at the end for a and one layup, so I took that pretty personally, so that won't happen again. And just for everyone to look in the mirror and see what they can do better to help our team finish out the games, because we don't have a problem staying in the games and playing well in the beginning, but then when we get to the end, sometimes we either get tense or try to do it ourselves or turn over or whatever it was, or get scored on and one. So just things like that we gotta individually look at ourselves and see how we can help the team mentally.
All right, Andrew, we can do Zoom questions now.
Do we have any questions from the Zoom for Marina? All right, well, thank you all very much for joining us. Thank you for joining us, Marina. Hey, guys, we are going to actually have to call it here tonight. So pay attention for media advisories for the next Dallas Wings media availability. The Dallas Wings next game is at Washington on August 26th. Two days probably for the next media availability. Thank y'all.
No. Yeah. Could I hear again?
Okay. Oh, is that it? Oh, I thought they said 3 people.
Yeah, and he said that's gonna be it after 3.
Oh, I thought you meant just questions. I could have sworn you said 3 people there. I thought they had to give us 3. Oh. Yes. Guess I'm done. Dang, yeah, I was past that. I was hoping Dorothy had one thing. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, I didn't hear Andrew just then. I guess I didn't notice he signed it off. But dang, well, let me get home at a respectable time today. Good luck with that. At best, if I didn't stop at all, which I'm going straight to Burger King, I get home at midnight. With all day, woke out late to work, overslept. And then as soon as work was over, drove straight here.
I did, man, I went to like lunch with my boss because it was like my last day.
Yeah.
And I was moving around all day and then just came straight here. I've been in this area all day.
I've been on the go doing something all day, and I wanted to be done early and leave like 30 minutes early for work. And it's like nobody else is there in those last hours of the day for me, so I could just bail. But oh my God, I ended up doing something till like the last fucking like 5 minutes. Yeah. Plan to leave early, and here we are. So type going.
But it's kind of late PMing when you make it home, so I don't need to fall asleep.
Okay. I think I'm about to take all of this. If they got every quarter, no, it's just a billion box scores. Why don't they hand us any? There's 6. There's like 6 right here. Just hand this box scores up here. All right, I gotta quiz you. 2 players tonight with a positive box plus minus. Who were they?
I don't wanna say, I don't wanna say. I feel like Izzy Laurel, Izzy and Charlie.
Half right. Which one do you think you got right? Yes.
Who's the second one?
It was tie.
Okay, I was guessing opposite.
What? Somebody was supposed to play
Man, you
3 under
would have had like, for the first time this season, like back to back.
double digit
Yeah.
scoring games. Yeah, like once I got here, like she didn't even shoot. Like maybe one more time. It was like a layup. Yeah, and she missed it. That's a layup. She didn't get it. No way. Game duration 2 minutes and 9 seconds.